time he speaks for me, he gets a standing ovation. When Congressman McEwen is finished, we will have another microphone over here to the right of me. If anybody wants to stay, you can hear some fabulous speakers there too. Congressman Bob McEwen.
Alice, thank you very much. Thank all of you for being here. It was July 21st, 1862. Those that wanted to destroy America were just at the edge of town, 25 miles away. They routed the American Defense Forces, and the next stop was to take over the building in front of us. President Abraham Lincoln called upon every American to come to right where you're standing now. He asked anyone that had a uniform, anyone that had a flag, to come march down Pennsylvania Avenue, march up the mall, march to each of the circles surrounding the city, and give word to those across the Potomac that America was going to stand. Had Beauregard marched into the city, this nation would have disappeared. But there is a statement that Benjamin Franklin said at the meeting of our Constitution, and it was this: God governs in the affairs of men. And if a sparrow cannot fall without his notice, is it probable that an empire could rise without his aid? So we've been instructed in the sacred writings, except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. And then he said, I believe that we shall be no more successful in this political building than were the builders of battle without God's aid. Amen. This nation, 4% of the population of the world, more books, more plays, more symphonies, more copyrights, more honor, more inventions than the rest of the world combined. Why? Because we are blessed, because we have done what God called us to do. We are now engaged in this spiritual battle. And let me tell you this, they think that they have won, but they have been encroaching upon California and Portland and Seattle, and we have been watching it happen and not rising up. What they have done now has awakened, and I close with this. December 7th, 1941, the Japanese had taken over the Philippines, taken over China. They wiped out the Pacific Fleet, and Admiral Yamamoto said this on that Sunday, December 7th. He said, I fear that we have awakened a sleeping giant. And that we have filled him with tremendous resolve. We know what they did. We have not been involved in making sure we knew who our Secretary of State was in our states. From now on, we will. We need to know who is on our school board. We need to know who is sitting at the voting booth. And it was said before, this is going to be their Waterloo. They will rue the day that they ever played this trick, because this aroused American electorate are going to take this country back with a vengeance. The president that we have been blessed with, I believe, with great education and experience, having come to this nation and come to this capital believing that he could work with folks and didn't understand that his opposition wanted to take our country down, he now understands. Yes. And I'm telling you that 5, 6, 8, 10 years from now, we will bless this day when you and I stood together and said never again.
Patriots, let's take our country back. We'll see you at Freedom Plaza and then back here later this afternoon. We love you guys. Thank you.